I won't make it easy for you now. You got 2 minutes of my time, and I don't really break too easily, but I'm worth it, 'cause I'll slip into your dreams tonight. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind.
Just watch me. Just watch me.
I got you wrapped around my finger, but don't you try to call me tomorrow. There's nothing personal in having a little fun. You wait and see if it's worth your while. Oh, so give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind.
Just watch me.
Give me your all. I'll take it to Mars. Oh, I'll stick like glue inside your mind.
Just watch me. Watch me. Just watch me.
We had something. Tonight I'll be guessing, but I don't really have a case. You don't have to mention, you just like their attention. It's written all over your face. I don't wanna play the quiet type when I'm near you, reading old messages on my phone every time I see you. Tell me, is this part of an act, just to keep your image intact? If you think that strategy's smart, I'm not gonna defend my beating heart. Defend my beating heart. You knocked on my window and slept on my pillow, then said you had found your place. Not sure if I want this. You don't think that I notice. This isn't like giving you space. I don't wanna play the quiet type when I'm near you, pretending that I don't know who you are every time I see you. Tell me, is this part of it?
What's up, y'all? Shawn here. Welcome to Tuesday Night Studio Sessions. My name is Shawn. I'll be your host. Tonight we got a pretty cool show. This is going to be my Thanksgiving special. I want to thank you guys for almost 6,000 subscribers. I'm like 23 shy. So I invited people that have been on the show in the past, people that I've been on their shows. So I sent out a bunch of invites, and we'll see who shows up. Before the live stream started, I had Mario in here and Nacho, and we were having a good conversation. Mario ducked out. I think he's got to put his daughter, tuck his daughter in. But during the countdown, Eat More Possum showed up too. So I'm going to bring the boys into the chat, and yeah, we're going to hang out in the pre-show. So first up, there's Nacho. What's up, Nacho?
Howdy.
And there's Brent Newman himself. Eat More Possum. What's up?
Hmm.
Oh, I think Brent's on mute.
Yep, I was muted.
There he goes. What's up?
Hey, a little bit of quarantine action going on here. How about y'all?
Yep, same. Did you get a haircut, or you just swished it all back?
Yeah, I got a hairectomy.
Hairectomy? What does that mean?
Hairectomy? Hairectomy?
Is that when you cut it off?
Yeah, like appendectomy, hysterectomy.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
Heavy medical terms that I made up.
Yeah, don't use big words with me, man. Nacho looks like he's in a
Shawn Ide
space
Studios.
tube.
I put the Shawn Ide colors up, so or at least try to.
Looks good. I love it. It's great.
Yep.
I'm like a 12-year-old kid. I got my blinged out computer.
Yeah. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, I think this year I'm going to try to focus on the depth of field that Brent's got going on.
Yeah, I had it like it's like the nifty 50 lens.
Yeah.
And I had it on 1.8, and then the drones were really blurry, and you couldn't really tell what they were. So I cranked it down to maybe 3, I think.
What are you using?
That's nice.
It's a Canon 80D, so it's a crop sensor plus the 50 millimeter. Yeah.
Right, yeah,
Very cool.
Now that I have a Windows computer, because I'm not traveling anymore, and I'm not just living off a laptop, I've been using my M50, my Canon M50 for that same thing.
Yeah.
But I haven't been on much because, well, I haven't. I have nothing to say. I'm boring. I'm just a guy who goes to work and comes home every night now. I'm not wandering the world on my motorcycle.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Did you say you're using your M50?
Not
That
now.
you said?
Right now, I'm using my iPhone.
Oh, okay.
I just because I started what I was working on. Started talking, and I was on the printer working on it. So I figured I'd stay. Ooh, is that the 12?
It's the 12 Pro Max.
Oh man.
With MagSafe.
Woo.
How you like the camera?
The camera is sick. The camera is
Remember what
ridiculous. The part that's frustrating is I got the DJI OM4, like the new Osmo Mobile, and
Right.
because this phone is thicker than the last one, the OM4, I still have to take the stupid case off. So
I hate that.
Oh man. Yeah, your case doesn't look very thick either.
yeah, it's paper thin.
Yeah.
What I like about it though is it's magnetic, so it just snaps on,
Easy on.
and it makes this nice little animation whenever it pops on. Who cares? But so I am putting my my Flash Forge Finder up for sale on eBay, and I'm putting it on. I'm putting it up as pre-owned, and then in the description I'm saying that it has a heating issue, but it worked fine 2 weeks ago. So anybody that can buy it and fix that, they've got a good printer on their hands.
I can fix it. I can fix it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I still think it's the PID needs to be recalibrated. Just have to do the PID thing again.
There's nothing in the application to adjust the PID. So,
well, you have to do it like with the control prompt and make it roll. It basically makes it heat cycles how many times you set it to cycle, and each time it'll, and then when you're done, you check the PID number that it gives you, and then you have to enter it into the firmware.
I think Nacho's a robot now.
Oh, he froze up.
It's
he froze up a little bit there.
Ridiculously hard. Lots of video showing how to do it.
Okay, so what I got out of that was you have to adjust the PID using the command prompt, and then once you roll it through, you check the temperature, and then you watched a bunch of videos.
Here.
All right. Nacho, I think your connection is bad. You're like chopping in and out. It's okay though. It's still entertaining.
I'm back.
But
maybe.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you're moving fluidly right now. I mean, like, just stay right there. Like, it's an antenna thing. You know, like
the tower is right behind you.
You can get the UHF channel if
pay attention to keep following somehow.
So what I ended up doing was B&H has a sale going on for the Flash Forge Adventurer 3, which is the it's basically the newer model of the one that I have. So what's different about it, it has an enclosure.
Oh, that's good.
So you can print ABS as well. So I've heard ABS stinks really bad, but I'm anxious to see what the benefits are.
Yeah, it does. It's pretty noxious, even with an enclosure, unless you have a vent, to the outside or something. I've put it in a garage before, have it run in a garage or in a bathroom that has a vent, sucking out the fumes.
Okay.
You give it a try and see what you think, but it can
Is it
smell
worth
pretty funky. They got the PET G now. The PETG has a lot of the same benefits of ABS, but it doesn't stink and it prints more easily.
Okay.
ABS is, it's, I guess, weather resistant, heat resistant, fairly strong.
Is it brittle at all?
Not as brittle as PLA.
Okay.
It is a little trickier to print, to print nicely, and you have to have a heated bed, of course.
Yep.
Yeah.
This one has a heated bed, but it only has like one channel that the bed goes back and forth on.
Mm-hmm. So
I've heard that that's a little, I don't know, kind of cheesy, but it's like $70 off, and then B&H, I don't have to pay tax using the Paybu card, and so.
Oh yeah, and also the enclosure will help you maintain a constant temperature for ABS. That's supposed to help a lot. I don't have an enclosure on mine. I've done fairly well without it, but of course, try not to have any breezes or vents blowing on it so the temperature will stay more constant.
Yeah. So that's the update this week.
Yep.
Finally got I bought another set screw, so I
Oh, that one you lost. Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of trying to just drop it in the hole, I ended up taking everything apart and then putting the set screw in and then putting everything back together. And then I turned it on and made sure that it did exactly the same thing it did before I took everything apart. So it homes itself, it heats up, it levels itself. So I think I put it back the right way.
Hopefully Dennis will try to call us back or come back on.
Yeah.
Guess he had some connection issue with his phone.
Yep. He said he lost his internet. Mario said he's here and he's muted for now. He was in the room, but then when I turned the countdown, he left.
His Instagram postings of all the meat that he cooks, man, that's some good looking stuff right there. I need to watch more of his stuff and try to learn some stuff from him.
Yeah. I'm thinking about making like some chaffles. I'm starting to do like the no carb.
Yeah.
Trying to get my diabetes under control. What's up, Steven Drones? Welcome to the chat. I sent you an invite on Facebook if you want to come in. There's Nacho. How you doing?
I can't win.
You're moving pretty good right now.
It just doesn't seem like it's working. I can't hear what you say. It's like stuttery. So
yeah, we were the same way. So you could see your video fine, but you couldn't see us good, and then we could see ourselves fine, but you were like choppy. Oh, Nacho's having some difficulties tonight. So, Brent, what are you thankful for?
Being COVID free so far. That's one thing. I had a coworker tested positive, so I'm really supposed to be laying low for another week. I'm thankful for these things back here.
Yeah.
That I was able to fly those. Not much lately, but it's always nice to have some toys to play with.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been out flying in a while. It's been so, like, with all the tropical storms going on, like winds, like Nashville is like right kind of between mountain ranges. So, I mean, not mountain ranges, like we've got one mountain range, but like we're kind of in a basin. So there's a hot, like a heat wave and a cold wave that just smack into each other all the time. And we get all this crazy wind.
Yeah, it's been windy the last week here too. Fairly warm for the season, but it's been very windy.
I did some surgery today.
Oh, you got the analog thing.
Yep, I got the Digi adapter. I already had the Lollipop antenna.
Oh, yeah.
And then this is the cheapest Fat Shark module I could find. It has like a blue LED or like a OLED screen or whatever.
Like a channel display? Or?
Yeah. And you're really supposed to use Fat Sharks to switch between channels. But it's got like Fat Shark and then racing and then is it B and E? Those different channel groups.
Different bands, yeah.
Yeah, different bands. And then it searches for the best signal in those. So I was able to look at my Emax goggles and it was like R4, I don't know, 4768 or something like that. And it found that channel, but I couldn't see anything on that channel. It was just static. So
how do you power that module? Does it come off of a balance lead on the battery or?
So it comes with this splitter.
Ah, oh, nice. Okay.
So
okay, yeah, that's pretty simple.
Yeah, so you just plug the LiPo into that.
Yeah.
But I get static and then it turns into a blue screen. Now
There
we
we
got
are.
dancing nachos.
I am dancing nacho. Thank you. Thank you.
Speaking of
I-
nachos, here in Smyrna, Tennessee, we got this new place called the Taco Station. And it's like one step up from a taco shop or like a taco truck. But it has the best tacos in town and the best nachos.
Well,
Hands down.
that's because I'm not in town. So if I was in town, I'd be the best nachos. But
Yeah.
Touche.
yeah, right. Thankful.
Sean-
So what are you thankful for, Sean?
Yeah.
I'm keeping up, even though I wasn't really in.
Nice. I'm thankful for a lot of things. I'm thankful for the health that I have still. I mean, I'm 44 and I'm high blood pressure and diabetic, and I have some of my hair still. But I'm just thankful for.
Got more than Claude.
Yeah. I don't know what happened to Claude. Claude disappeared.
Did he?
I think he did something stupid and then he just went off the planet.
Like what?
I mean, I don't want to gossip, but I feel like someone else said that he like all the troubles he was having with his live streams were a gimmick to get more views. Like he was trolling his own channel and causing all the problems and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what I heard.
I don't know.
But his email doesn't work anymore. I've reached out to him, but his email doesn't work. His Facebook is gone. I'm friends with his.
Oh, really? He's like completely dropped off the face
Yeah,
of the
he
planet.
like disappeared. but-
Did he turn off his YouTube channel?
Yeah, I don't know if he turned it off. I mean, he was monetized, but it's not Claude Adventures with Drones or whatever it was before.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
I found one video. I was kind of stalking him one day, and I found one video that was on his daughter's account. And she was like driving with Droning Adventures with Claude or something like that.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
But
I didn't know he had a daughter.
yep. But yeah, I mean, I don't care what he did. I'd kind of like to talk to him again, but I don't know. You know, you kind of put your life in the public eye a little bit, and then you embarrass yourself at work, then you're just embarrassed in front of those people. But if you've got thousands of followers that you embarrass yourself in front of, then they're all perfect strangers, but
I get what you're
know.
saying.
that's why I just like to be honest. Like I've never gotten in trouble for being honest. The only time that I've ever been embarrassed or it was something that I was dishonest about or something I was hiding. So at this point in my life, I'm just going to be confident enough to be honest. So
Gotcha.
I'll embarrass
It's-
myself by
also
like
because you're too
butterflies
old
landing
to
on my nose or something.
Also, you're too old to remember all the lies, so it's hard to keep track of all that stuff.
Yeah. Well, what's bad is like I remember the times that I messed up a lot more than all the times that I did things right. Like I remember that time that I punched my mom in the face. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. But
I tell my son that you learn more from your mistakes than you do for when everything goes smooth. And that's evidence right there.
yep. So what about you, Nacho? What are you thankful for?
Quiet. It seems I'm enjoying the peace and quiet of being home, not having to find a place to live, not walking into like a COVID infested, unit every day. And my job now is ridiculous. It's so dumb, so boring, but it pays well, and I'm off the beaten path. And the COVID thing isn't really an issue for me right now. I mean, don't get me wrong, we still get exposed to it, but it's not like doing 20 COVID patients a day in the unit all bound up. I mean, I see like on average like one patient a day, if that. I went the last 3 weeks. I didn't see a patient until yesterday.
Oh, wow.
It's like a really slow place. It's just a rehab center. So I just make sure people don't have blood clots once in a while. Most of the time I just sit there and design stuff in Tinkercad. I have my laptop with me and I just make stuff.
That's cool.
So I'm thankful that I have a job to hold me over until things get better. But I don't know if I'm going to stay here because I really miss the travel. I miss riding the bike. My bike, I haven't touched my bike in a month. It's weird for me because I've literally ridden 365 days a year for the last 10 years, and now I'm not riding at all. But it's Pennsylvania and it's 32 degrees outside. Just saying. So, and I have a car that works. And I'm thankful for that car. And Nikki. I'm thankful for Nikki.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My dog. My dog was barking at nothing. She's barking. She heard something off the, like it sounded like a bird coming out of the laptop, and she started barking at that.
Does she enjoy the cold?
She doesn't seem to. They're not supposed to, but she doesn't seem to mind. I mean, I put a sweater on her when we go for our rides in the morning, go down to the river and run around, just so, because she's so small. I don't want to get hypothermia, but she never shakes, she never complains. But granted, it hasn't really been that cold yet. You know what I mean? 30-something degrees is reasonable.
Very cool.
Reasonable.
Shawn, hey man, what do you use to charge your FPV batteries? What kind of charger do you have?
That's a good question. I'll be right back.
Just curious.
Nichols. She's like, my dog doesn't. I want to pick her up and put her in front of the camera, but she just stays right out of my reach. Just out of my reach. Nikki, come on. A cookie? Fine. Be like that.
You're not supposed to see this.
Your butt? Hey, wow. Twerking. Shawn Ide twerking. That's the sentence I didn't think I'd say tonight.
That one was for free.
Sure.
Next one's going to cost you.
Put that hashtag in the description.
So I put it back in the box so I can unbox it.
Oh, you got a Venom. Okay.
Oh,
So
that's a good one. I've heard people talk about it. Not that I know anything about FPV, but when I lived on Canadian Drone Hub, they started getting really into it, and I listened and I was interested, but at the same time, I kind of do things now to relax. And FPV doesn't seem relaxing. It seems too exciting. I mean, I'll just sit on the porch and watch.
It can be kind of adrenaline spurring and also kind of anxiety inducing. Depends on how you look at it.
I don't need that. I'm good. I'm good.
So I've got this one. And see how short these leads are? I don't know how short yours are, Shawn, but and I like to charge my batteries in like an ammo can. And these are really too short to flop over the ammo can and be inside the ammo can. So I've been soldering together some, been extending the leads.
Oh,
So
cool.
I'm gonna kind of making my own cables here with some crimpers and to extend it about a foot so I can actually drop all the batteries in an ammo can and not have to worry about burning my house down.
That's good.
I charge my batteries at the fireplace.
Oh, hey, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Just in case they pop and they just hit the brick.
better safe than sorry.
Yeah.
I have a big fire. My 3D printer is on the fireplace. Where I was standing there working is the fireplace. It's a big round ski lodge kind of fireplace.
Yeah, I remember seeing your Insta360 videos. Was like this round.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Really cool.
Yeah, Nick.
Yeah, I'm just amazed at the lack of documentation when it comes to FPV. It's like I thought it was going to be something that was going to be easy to get into and easy to talk about on my channel, but it is like
it's super open source.
Go to Best Buy and buy something. It's like even that iFlight drone back there, I bought it so that it would work, and then I sold all my stuff to Brent, and now I'm like trying to buy the things back. So I've got the FPV goggles from DJI, but since it just has an air unit in it, now I have to use a DJI remote.
All right, yeah.
Because it doesn't have a receiver in it. So now I'm like, well, dang it. I got to go buy that now. But
are you going to buy the remote or wire in a different receiver? The remote would be the easiest thing to do, of course, but depending on what kind of flight control, you could wire in a different receiver to match your transmitter.
Do I need to solder that in, do you think?
Yeah, you'd have to buy the receiver for whatever transmitter you have there. Probably that red one that you showed.
Yeah, I've got a FR Sky.
Yeah, you can buy an FR Sky receiver, and
I've decided to call it Frisky on my channel.
Frisky? Yeah.
I'm not going to be FR Sky because there's a Free Sky and then there's a FR Sky, and then I'm just going to call it Frisky. So
Frisky.
Yeah, mine. When I bought my my FRC rocket with the DJI air unit, I bought it with a Crossfire receiver, not realizing that wouldn't work with the DJI transmitter. So I had to unsolder it and then resolder the DJI air unit to the flight controller to get it to work. But
yeah,
that looks pretty rugged. Bet you that's
I mean, it's solid. It's a solid bird.
I've seen people fly with that with the GoPro. And the footage is really smooth, or can be really smooth.
Yeah, so it's got the air unit. It's like 1080, and then I bought the GoPro 8 mount for it.
Ah, yeah.
But it'll carry a lot of cameras. So I'm planning on just putting a GoPro mount on top of it, and then just plugging whatever I want to on it.
Yeah.
But I can't fly it yet, so I thought about either selling it on eBay and then ordering a proper one from iFlight that has a FR Sky transmitter already in it. But I don't know.
That's the iFlight Bumblebee, right?
Yep, iFlight Bumblebee. And at the time, I didn't have a Frisky. I didn't have a Frisky remote, so. But I think the Frisky remote is one that I'm going to pretty much use on everything, just so I can use the same remote for every drone, so I get used to it.
Yeah, analog or digital, whichever.
Yeah. So it's got all these holes that I can plug antennas into and make changes to it. So I'm pretty excited. And it's Bluetooth, so I can play liftoff without plugging it into my computer. And just turn it on and play the simulator. So what are you doing, Nacho? You look.
I really hate the blue fan on my printer, so I'm making I'm designing a cover in the background for to cover the fan grill, so at least it won't be as bright lighting up the room when it's working. And I just downloaded. Have you watched The Mandalorian? Star Wars The Mandalorian?
Season 1. I want to wait till there's several shows on season 2 before I start that.
Spend $5 a month. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I downloaded that logo that she welded onto his armor at the end.
Oh yeah.
So, and I'm gonna make that into a fangirl. Not that I'm a huge Mandalorian fan, but I like the show, and I just want to do something where I want my kid to think, "Oh, that's cool," because so far he's been not impressed with anything I've done with this printer. Nothing at all. Could care less. But
So this is what Steven Drones uses to charge his batteries.
Oh, cool. He's got a 4-port. I've got a couple of high voltage batteries that I have not yet charged them to their highest voltage yet. Interesting.
So, Brent, explain to me the balance chargers. So, like, if you got like a 4-cell battery, does that mean that it's like balancing out the juice in all 4 cells at the same time?
Yeah, to individually make sure they're all at the right voltage individually. On most chargers, you can also just do a regular charge, which doesn't take the time to balance them, which is probably fine some of the time. A little faster. But balance charging's long-term better for the batteries. And, you know, the DJI drones do that internally with their cells. It's just something you can't control with them. But, yeah, just make sure they're at the same voltage. I think usually you don't want to be more than, 10 millivolts different? I don't remember. But, you know, if you're too far out of voltage, you'll get a warning, either a cell error on the charger, or like a DJI drone will give you a cell error if they're too out of sync.
And then what is proper LiPo management? Like storage, do you store them half full? Do you store them empty? Hot, cold?
Yeah, your charger will have a storage mode. What I do is when I get back from the field, I'll just put them all in storage mode on the charger, and then usually I'm pretty close already because I try not to go down below, 3.6 volts per cell? I think that's it. So when I bring them home, they're pretty close to the balance. I'm pretty close to storage charge. I don't remember exactly if it's 50%, but yeah, it's good to store them somewhere in that range.
And
not too depleted, not too full.
Does that keep them from getting memory? Like, I've heard that, like, with LiPos, if you don't discharge them all the way, then it thinks that, like, it changes the capacity of what it thinks that battery can hold. Is that?
That's true for NiCads. LiPos, if you discharge them all the way, you pretty much probably ruined it. That's why you want to stop down there about 3.6 volts. I don't remember. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's 3.6. You don't want to typically go farther below, but somehow it damages the chemistry if you go too low. Also, if you keep them charged, you know, sitting in your bag for a couple of months, that could also hurt them.
Got all this new stuff I got to learn.
Got to be a chemist, man.
Yep. Last time I thought about chemistry was like 1996, I think. And we had a calculator that did all the work for us.
Yeah.
That's a cop-out.
Yeah.
I'm not good at like math. It's the only class I liked was math. It's cool.
Yeah, I was really good at math. I went to competitions, but I also learned how to use the tools that were given. If someone would have told me that, like, I would use computers all the time now and I wouldn't have to do any thinking on my own, I probably wouldn't have applied myself as much in school. And maybe that's why it's so hard to get my son to do things. They're like, I'll just look it up. I'll just Google it. I don't need to memorize anything.
What do you think of that?
Oh, that's cool.
For a fan grill.
Oh, yeah.
Did you download an EPS or something?
What's that?
Did you download an EPS file? Of it?
I I downloaded the off of Thingiverse the logo, and I just made the fan grill. So then it's gonna be the fan grill. I think it'll look good.
Oh, you're saying fan grill.
Yes.
I thought you kept calling yourself a Mandalorian fangirl. And I was like, what is he talking about? Is he trying to be funny? And I let it pass a couple times, but then I was like, what is he talking about?
No.
I think you're going to have to shave if you're going to have to come across as a fangirl.
I did shave. Look. Nikki, what are you crying about? What do you want? Come here. You got food, you got water, you got love. It's warm in here. You should be happy.
Bob Casey said it's easy to use Google. It's the application of what you learn that counts. I agree with that.
Sean, have you ever seen Joshua Bardwell's FPV channel?
Joshua Bardwell.
Yeah. That's a good channel to reference. You can.
Does he have glasses and kind of?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've watched some of his stuff.
He's got some good info on things. You know, if you look around his channel, you can find a lot of good info, pretty concise.
Yeah.
He may have a playlist that make it a little easier on his channel. But like you said, you do have to kind of here and there pick out information from different channels and websites as far as FPV stuff. But
yeah,
it all depends on what drones you have too. If they're off the shelf, ready to fly, or if they're custom. Yeah. Like you said, there's so many combinations you can do with motors, flight controllers, frames.
Did you hear that noise?
What was it?
Did you hear that noise?
No.
Just went off. Ding. That's my dog ringing the bell so she can go out. She sits has a little like a clerk bell.
Nice.
Ding, ding.
I was at a house one time. We were having a Bible study at this guy's house, and all of a sudden the little dog just went up to the door and started ringing the bell, and I was like, what is that dog doing? And it wouldn't stop. Like it's not like it just rang the bell and just waited. Like it was like it would hit it with its nose, and then it would turn around and wag its tail and just go nuts on that bell. And I'm like, is that dog okay? And then someone else said that the dog wanted to go out and go to the bathroom. And I was like, that dog's got to go. It's being really impatient.
She doesn't ring the bell like that unless I'm outside and she's in the house. Like if I'm sitting outside with my wife talking, she'll go up at that bell and go ding, 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 ding with her paw. Just ding, 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 ding.
That's funny.
I want service. Service. Service.
When I came home from college, I lived with my mother for about a couple months until I found an apartment. And so my cat, who lived, like we would let the cat out, and the cat would roam all around the neighborhood, and it found this old retired couple across the street. It would go over there and just kind of hang out all day. And so that old man started feeding my cat, and one day that came home with a collar on it. And I was like, what's some other guy put a collar on my cat? And he had bought this, he had cut a hole in his garage door and put a cat door with a magnet on it that was specific to the collar on my cat. So all vermin couldn't go in that door, but just my cat had access to his garage. And I thought it was the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
It sounds like it's his cat now. Is
Yeah,
that the cat?
well, she ended up having kittens in his garage. And then I was just like, do you want to keep the cat? Because I can't have it in my apartment. I'm going to have to pay like $20 a month if I take it to my apartment. And he was like, yeah, I'll take it.
It's got my collar on it.
Yeah. He tagged my cat. Took ownership of it. What was that? Whenever they stuck their flag in the land, what was that called? Like
I claim this cat in the name of Earth.
I don't remember, it was like Oklahoma or something, where they all like ran as they like had all these different.
Yeah, the land run.
The land run, yeah.
That's where I'm sitting right now.
Where?
Is that the one that you claimed? your generations back?
Yeah, well, not this area, but southern Oklahoma. No, that wasn't land run. It didn't go down that far, I guess. That was Indian territory.
Like 7-Eleven Indian?
What?
Couldn't resist. Sorry. Politically incorrect.
So, what's your favorite? I'm going to ask you, Brent. What is your favorite thing to eat on Thanksgiving?
I'll have to go with the predictable giblet gravy.
Giblet gravy.
Oh yeah, good old country giblet gravy on dressing, mashed potatoes, on turkey. Yeah.
Are the
Giblet
giblets
gravy on
cooked?
some cranberry sauce? No, just kidding.
Are the giblets cooked in the turkey, and then you take them out and make gravy out of them?
Sometimes not. Depends on what the ladies are doing. But
What about you, Nacho?
I like apple pie.
oh,
And I don't-
yeah.
I don't eat it any other time of the year, so it's that much more special on Thanksgiving. I like to punish myself when it comes to a lot of things. Like there's a lot of things I really like that I won't touch, except on certain occasions, just so when I have them again, they're that much better. And it sounds a little weird, but it worked for me. There's just certain things that are best in moderation. Actually, moderation's a good idea because it's rewarding. I think part of the problem with civilization today is we get everything we want when we want it, and nothing special anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like to starve myself a little, like yummy stuff. Keep it special. I make a rice-a-roni that my grandmother used to make. I make it like once or twice a year. So when I make it, everybody's thrilled about it. Same thing with the chili. If I made it every week, nobody would eat it. But when I make chili, everybody wants to come over and get some. So maybe when the COVID's over, we'll have a chili cookout here.
Ooh, yeah, that's good.
Chili and ribs. It'll be fragrant for sure.
Oh yeah, pecan pie. That Bob Casey. Yeah, we have pecan orchards at our place, and my mom makes an awesome pecan pie. That's always there at Thanksgiving. I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't know that and giblet gravy. Yeah.
So, is there a difference between like pecans that come fresh off the tree? Are they better than pecans you buy in the store?
Yes, absolutely. Plus, most stores don't know how to properly store the pecans. You have to refrigerate them, unlike a lot of other nuts. A lot of stores don't refrigerate them, so when you get them, they kind of have a funky taste.
Like the bitter taste, like the bitter aftertaste. That's what you mean?
It's kind of old taste.
Gotcha.
I feel the
Yeah,
same way about figs. When I was a kid in Spain, she'd send us out my grandmother would send us out with a bucket and to go pick figs in the tree. We'd eat more figs sitting in the tree than we would get back to the house. So we'd be like, "Why do you go picking? You never eat them."
Yep,
that's funny.
But they're not the same. I've mostly eaten figs out of tree, and the times I've gone, so would you like a fig? I'm like, that's good.
Yeah. We got one little fig tree, and that's true. I agree with you on that.
Early morning and the moisture from the night still on it, and you just go, yeah. Sitting in a tree eating them. Good times.
When I was in high school, I was in a talent show, and a friend of mine was in the talent show as well. He had a comedy bit, and all of his jokes were stupid. But the one that I will never forget is he opened up a Fig Newton, a box of Fig Newtons, and he ate one, and he said, "Near Fig Newton," and then he threw it in the audience, and he was like, "Far Fig Newton." And do you remember the Volkswagen ads where they kept saying like "Far Fig Newton"?
Yeah.
Far Fig Newton is what they kept saying. And I'll never forget that joke. That was just one of those that, like, I gut laughed when I heard it. I was like, I wasn't expecting that at all, and it was hilarious.
That's new to me.
Yeah. And then he sang this song about the white chick, but he did it like Jamaican. Just so he was like, I like the white chicka. I like the white chicka. But anyway, that's kind of random. What was I gonna say? Oh, something that I like to eat on Thanksgiving, but it's different now. When I was a kid, we used to go up to Indiana all the time, and chicken and dumplings is really, really popular there.
I had that for lunch today.
And so we would have chicken and dumplings on top of mashed potatoes, and that was so like the chicken and dumpling is kind of like yellow gravy,
Yeah.
with like noodle chunks and chicken chunks on top of the mashed potatoes. But
No biscuit?
do what?
No biscuit?
No,
No
not on
biscuit?
the gravy. What? Well, the dumplings are thick like biscuits. Like they're,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but now that we sold my mother's house and now we live with my mother and we're taking care of her. Now she makes that all the time, and so it's one of those things that like I don't long for Thanksgiving so that I can have noodles and mashed potatoes. Like she'll just make them. So, and then what I usually do every year is I make homemade sausage balls. And previous years I'll just have a big container in the trunk full of sausage balls, and we'll go to like 3 different houses, like one like brunch, one lunch, and one dinner, and I'll just grab a whole bunch of sausage balls and take them into that house, and we'll eat on them, and then at the next stop we'll eat some more sausage balls. And
Are they the kind that have cheese in them?
yeah, they're I do a pound of sage sausage and a pound of hot sausage, and then I think it's like 4 cups of sharp cheddar, and then I don't remember how much Bisquick, but a bunch of Bisquick, and you mix it all up, and they're kind of like sausage biscuits by the time you bite into it. But and then you take a jar of apple jelly and a container of yellow mustard, and you melt the jelly until it's like a liquid, and then you squirt all the mustard in it and mix it up, and then you let it thicken up, and then you dip the sausage balls in that.
Oh,
It's so good.
I have a question.
Okay,
Did you get the Mini 2?
I'm selling my Mini 1 to get the Mini 2.
What do you want for the Mini 1?
I haven't even checked. I've got the Fly More package, so I'm probably going to sell it for like $400.
I admit the Mini 2. I was considering it only because I'm really getting sick and tired of all. I'm not saying I'm going to break the rules, but the rules have gotten so crazy locally here that having a drone that's light and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a toy might be all I want to play with these days.
I will say, like I think the technology is great. The fact that you've got, they should have done that with the Spark. They should have come out with a Spark 2 that was 4K.
Right.
In my opinion, because it was a solid drone that could actually fly in wind. It had some girth to it. The Mini is so tiny, it's kind of like a thick Tello. Like the Mini's good.
I was with you when you flew it for the first time, so I remember it and I liked it.
I mean,
It's
if there's no wind at all, the Mini's great. But as soon as you throw some wind at it, and I don't have the Mini 2, so I don't know what improvements they've made to it. From all the videos that I've seen, as far as the flying, there's not much improvement to it. It looks like they just improved the gimbal. And I think they added some sensors. but I don't have it, so I can't say that. I can't be honest about that. But the biggest issue with my Mini was always the left and right. Like if you're flying forward, it takes great video, and if you're going up and down, it takes great video. But the minute you start turning your drone like this, it like has the jerking.
Oh, it's because it's that 2-axis gimbal. Is that why? Is it 2-axis? You talking about the Spark?
Yeah.
Yes, 2-axis. I guess that's why, right? Because it doesn't have the motor for the yaw.
Well, it has some like, I think there's some digital stabilization going on in there that's mixing with the, I don't know. It jerks.
Yeah.
And you can see it in some of my, like the drone link videos that I did. My drone link missions were probably too much for the Mini. Like I was excited that it happened and that I was able to do it with such a tiny little drone, but yeah, there are times in there where the video is not very smooth. But for something that you can stick in your pocket almost, I mean, it's a great little, like you can put it in your glove box easily and just pull it out.
That's falls into the category, like the iPhone is the most used camera in the world because it's always on you.
Right.
Like a Mini 2, I would keep in my bag all the time.
Yep.
I would have it with a one topped off battery. And a case. I don't know if you saw remember my little case that I had mine in. Like I had a case for the remote. I had a case for the Mavic Pro. So both cases were as small as possible, so I can move them, fit them in around other things in my bag. But I would get 2 small cases like that for the Mini too, and that would always be in my bag, I think, or at least in the car, in the trunk. Now I have a car. You'd think the trunk would be full of stuff. Nothing in it, not a thing.
Yeah,
that little thing would fit in like the seat pocket behind my seat, just within reach, pretty much.
Yep, it's tiny. And like the Fly More package that I've got, like each battery is a half hour. So like you've got an hour and a half's worth of flying, and the batteries don't take much room either. So like you've got a tiny little package that can, I mean, you can chew up your whole lunch break easily. Joe, watch it. Stop.
I did.
Shut your mouth. Shut it.
I want one. I won't get one, but I want one. My dog is like.
So here's why Mario hasn't come back yet. He's still putting his daughter to sleep. That's funny.
I will be right back. My dog needs to go out, and I don't feel like cleaning up the kitchen.
All right. So Bob, did I get a new 3D printer or did I fix the old one? I found a really good deal on B&H for the Flash Forge Adventurer 3 Lite. And the difference between the light version and the regular version is the regular Adventure 3 has a camera in it, so I could monitor my print from afar. But since it's 2020 and I will be printing right over there on that table, I can look in and monitor my print from my office, which is right here. It's got it's an enclosed system, so I don't think I'm going to be putting like a GoPro in it or anything like that. But anyway, it's the same thing as the printer that I have now, but it's just improved. I think it's maybe like 3 years newer than the one I have. And I bought it through B&H, so I can get for $38, I can get a 3-year service plan on it. So if anything goes wrong in the next 3 years, I can get it fixed or get a replacement. So with that said, I've purchased these little mounts off of eBay for my Tiny Hawk 2 Freestyle. And what this mount does is it allows me to use the baseball cap clip for my Insta360 Go
Oh, yeah.
and just clip it onto my Tiny Hawk. And then since I told him I was a YouTuber, he sent me the other mount for free. So I'm going to be reviewing this mount on my channel. And then after I do that guy a solid, I am going to design my own mounts for the various drones that I have in my office. And I'm going to start selling those on eBay to pay for that printer. But my channel, between Amazon and YouTube, I make about $300 a month. So this month's money is going towards that printer. And then I'm going to sell my current 3D printer for parts to kind of recoup, basically to put back on the credit card. So, but a lot of things are going to change about the channel. I have spent a lot of money in the last 4 years. And I thought at this point that I would be making more than I am. So I'm going to back off of the spend $400, make 3 videos I'm going to start talking about FPV, and I'm going to be strategic about the things that I talk about on my channel, so you can get them on Amazon, and hopefully I'll be able to recoup some of the revenue that I've spent on this channel. But very thankful for the 6,000 subscribers that I have, and hopefully we'll get more this year. But yeah, those are that's an answer to your question about whether I'm getting a new printer or not. I won't get it. I didn't get paid from Google, like from YouTube, until yesterday. So I was hoping I would get it on Monday or Sunday so I could play with it on Monday because I have the day off on Monday. But I will be getting it on Tuesday. So there's a good chance next week's live stream will be about 3D printing.
Nice. There's
a really good chance. So I might be designing some 3D parts for that live stream next week. Oh, nice. So Mario kills his daughter's network with his Orbi Mesh rules. So I'm assuming Orbi Mesh is a mesh network for internet. I have Google Wi-Fi, which is a mesh network in my house, and I can set bedtime and turn my son's entire room off, cut him off of internet. But he has a mobile phone now, so he does get internet now through that. But that's awesome. So Bob Casey says, I loaded my second video. It had all kinds of stutter to it. I used iMovie, loaded it, and realized the music I had picked was too short. Maybe I don't know what we're talking about. Deleted it, uploaded again, and it turned out terrible. Are you talking about your iMovie? Like uploading from iMovie to YouTube? If that's the case, did you use the YouTube uploader in iMovie, or did you render the file and then upload it straight to YouTube from just using the file? I've had some issues with iMovie sending straight to YouTube because there's a 2-step process. There's a render and then there's the upload. Whereas if I just do the render and then I drop that file onto YouTube, it tends to come out better. There's Nacho. Uh-oh, he's choppy again.
That's just the way I'm moving. See, good. I'm
No,
okay.
you're choppy. Keep feeling fascination.
Hey, Shawn, earlier you'd mentioned Drone Link. Did you get that email from them putting a call out for beta testers
No.
for their new flight modes: focus, follow, and orbit.
No. I will. Well, maybe I did. I haven't checked.
I got it on the 19th. Looks like.
Yeah, I'm about to sell all the drones that work with Drone Lake. So maybe I need to hold on to one of them. I'm thinking about selling my Mavic Pro just because I bought it for Insta360.
How'd that work?
It didn't work at all. It sucked.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the problem was that the accelerometer, I think the accelerometer is in the brain. And so like each the cameras didn't stitch together. Like I think if I had taken it up to 300 feet up in the air where there weren't trees or anything like that, where it didn't have to stitch the horizon,
Right.
I think it would have been better. But it had like the trees. I don't know if it was the vibration or what, but the two lenses wouldn't stick together all the time. So,
Disappointing.
so yeah, I'm keeping the camera. Like I like the fact that I have a camera that I can split in half, and I'm planning on doing something with that. And it's just nice to have two Insta360 1Rs. But
Is it nice? Is it nice?
it is. So basically what I'm planning on doing, I'm really trying to get into FPV so that I can fly this new drone that I'm so psyched out about. And I can look it up and show you guys real quick. You probably know what I'm talking about, but let's see. Yeah, this is it. All right. So this is the X-Night 360 FPV quadcopter. Oh, come on.
Oh, good
Gotta
me.
love live. But so what's cool about this drone is that the drone is flat enough, and it's been designed by Insta360 and Beta FPV. It's like a compilation between the two, or not a compilation. What's that called? Partnership?
Collaboration.
Collaboration. There you go.
Collaboration.
Yeah,
There you go.
Collab. There it is. But I mean, it doesn't come with the Insta360, but it's got flat props. They made a special battery that's flat enough that won't show up in the 360 video. The only issue is you have to pretty much land on carpet or land on something very soft because the lens is exposed on the bottom and the top. But there's this. I wish I could make that bigger. And it's got. That's another thing, Brent. I don't know if I have a Frisky LBT or Frisky FCC. It's got FCC written on the back of it, but I think that's just the electricity rating. I'm not sure if it's actually a FCC remote.
Usually when they say FCC, they means US power, because usually Europe is lower power.
Yeah.
But LBT doesn't. I don't know what that would be.
Yeah, I'm not sure which kind of transmitter I need. I'm still looking into that. But anyway, I watched some videos of this. So that is the plan, is to sell my DJI Mavic Pro and get this. And then the next year I will be FPVing. The iFlight will have the Insta360 one X2 2X. I don't know. That's the plan.
I admit, I still aren't happy with them, but I want the X2.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like the camera is not an upgrade, just the body.
Yeah,
Like,
but my lifestyle, that's motorcycle
no,
life.
it's a GoPro. It's a waterproof Insta360 One X, which was their perfect camera that they came out with.
I mean, the first thing I would do is go skinny dip with it because that's what everybody really wants to see. Is that a whale?
We don't want to. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know about that. just as long as you put your little nacho in the stitch line. So it doesn't show up in the shot.
Trying to find that line. Okay, the line right here. Don't cross this line.
Don't tip nacho with a taste of nuts and honey. I get it.
We want Shawn to stay monetized. Okay. Speaking of monetized, I went shopping on Amazon for a bunch of stuff the other day, and I was in a clear enough state of mind to make sure I went to your page first. Like go into Amazon through your.
Oh.
So I spent a couple $100 after I didn't buy anything from your page, but I have to go there first, right? That's like use your link to go into Amazon, right?
Yep. I have something new that I'm in the works. It's in the works, but so I've been trying to get Google ads on my website, but there's something wrong with my website. I don't know what's blocking like Google AdSense.
Right.
And I need to log out of my website in order to show it to you guys. So the other thing that I'm planning on doing this year is driving traffic to my website instead of just doing everything through YouTube, because YouTube's taken a lot. They're taking a lot. So I'm going to share my screen again. Oops.
I'm being so adventurous right now.
Uh-oh. So my website is in shambles right now. I'm in the middle of switching everything around. But this is the plan right here. So on my live stream playlist, I've added an Amazon banner through my affiliate links. And so if you click on this banner right here, it takes you straight to the Amazon shop, like just Amazon period.
Mm-hmm.
And then up here, it's got my affiliate code added to it. So if you click on this banner and buy anything for Christmas, anything at all, it'll help out the channel.
Well, if you send me the link. My adventurous has gone down. If you send me the link, I'll make that my basically my favorite to go onto Amazon. I have to step away for a second because I tried printing without being there just to let it go and see if it would work. And I've got a bowl of spaghetti on the printer.
No. I've had that happen.
No, actually,
Yeah,
I stop it from here. I was feeling good though. When I said I was being adventurous, it was putting down the first layer. Now the first layer is a tumbleweed wrapped around the bottom of the print head.
Nice.
You'll have this.
Yeah, I have mine hooked into a smart plug, so if I'm monitoring it from work, I can kill it whenever the spaghetti monster shows up.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm using Octoprint, and I use TeamViewer to log into my computer from work.
Yeah, TeamViewer is great. I love TeamViewer.
Yeah, I have all the computers in the house on it, so I can fix things, and when they don't know how to do something and I'm not here, I can, do my job and fix it.
Yep. Shawn, on that page, the Amazon page you just showed, I saw some Alexa frames.
Yeah.
Glasses
Yeah.
with Alexa in them? Right
Yeah,
there.
but it's just a wireless microphone connected to your Bluetoothing
Oh,
to your
Bluetooth.
phone.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I was reading about it because I like that stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting. It probably does the same thing that my Garmin does in my car, where if you talk to her, I'm not going to say her name, she'll yeah, it just goes into your app on your phone.
I was like, I need new glasses. That's not that unreasonable. $300. But that, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I like my Alexa, but once I leave the house, I don't really think about her.
Now, if
Yeah.
they had little earbuds, that would pop out of the back of them, and you can put them in your ears. Like
Oh, have you
Bluetooth.
guys tried the Bose glasses? If you go to
No.
Best Buy, you can try them out. You might want to take some sanitizer and sanitize them before you put them on your face.
Yeah.
But they have Bose glass frame, like they're glasses, and like they're not like the Oakleys that had the earbuds that popped in.
Oh yeah.
They're probably work the same way as those do, but the sound is incredible. And like my son put them on, and I could not hear the sound. I could not hear them with my son wearing them. And then when I put them on, I was like immersed in surround sound.
Are they the things that try to go into the vibrate the bones in your head?
Yeah,
and
they vibrate your skull.
Oh, interesting.
They
And they
probably
sound
cause
good?
seizures or something.
No, that's lighting. Lighting.
Oh.
That'll happen with the Apple glasses when they come out. All I know is the whole smart glasses thing. I find I love the idea, and I'm looking forward to it. But I'm blind in one eye, and I know that it's going to end up transmitting to my blind eye, and not the good eye. And I'll be, oh well, that was fun.
Oh yeah, you can't. It'll be like the wrong eye, and you can't switch it.
Yeah. Either that, or they'll not recommended for people blind in one eye because you can't see where you're going. Although it's supposed to be augmented reality and just kind of put a dashboard up there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited about the idea, but I'm not getting my hopes up because of my eyes. Be great if you can hook it to your drone like your iPhone, and when you're flying, you're getting a mini picture and one in the glasses that you're already wearing anyway.
Oh yeah, that'd be nice.
I
You could have line of
wanted to
sight.
get those.
Also.
Even if it just gave the data, even if it just gave the altitude and the speed, the readout along the bottom, anything, it would be kind of cool.
Yeah, definitely.
There was something. It was like I think they were by LG.
Did you get the new Oculus?
Yeah,
How do you like it?
love it. I
My
love it.
son really wants that stuff, and I'm like, I can't help you with that, son, because that stuff makes me puke. Like, I can't do it. You're on your own.
Here they are. No, that's not them. There was one that I saw years ago, and it was like this Android phone that went in your pocket, and then the display was on your glasses. And I thought it was by LG, but it might not have been. But I saw a guy fly a drone with those glasses on, and so it fixed the problem of being able to view line of sight and use goggles at the same time.
Was it the Epson Maverios?
I thought it was Epson too.
Oh, these are called Maverios. Maybe that's them.
That's probably, yeah.
There's your belt clip for your phone, and I like the idea of the augmented reality actually just like feeling like it's something floating in front of you because of the glasses.
Yeah. Yeah, and this little thing right here is an Android. Like it's the Android without the screen, and then the screen is on the glasses. But they look weird. Oh yeah, they do say Epson right there. I wonder why they don't say Epson up here. But yeah. Something else I'm trying to work out. I've used Teespring for a year on my YouTube channel for merchandise, but there's no way to integrate it into my website. So this is, I'm starting to use Printful.
Okay.
And they've got these models that will model your, no, it's just my logo put on something, but
is that embroidered there?
yeah. So it's an embroidered hat, but the place or the area for embroidery is so tiny. So it's like really big head, tiny little logo. So I'm not sure what that product will end up looking like, but these are embroidered polos. Oh, and I spelled that wrong.
Studios.
Studio.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the one
Get
that has.
on your feet.
I like the one that has. It actually says Shawn Ide Studios under it.
Yeah.
So that way.
I want one. I want one to say executive producer.
This is a raincoat. So that would have worked out on your motorcycle. So when I'm riding my Segway and crashing my GoPro, I could have a Shawn Ide Studios raincoat on. So anyway, working that out. What's cool is it's integrated with WooCommerce, so I can, people can write reviews on it. It shows products that are related to it. It's not working there yet, but so anyway, that's another thing that is in the works for 2021. But yeah, well, I want to thank you, gentlemen, for being on the show tonight. I know it was last minute. I just kind of threw out links to everybody, and
And we came.
The faithful showed up.
And me.
And Nacho. Right. Mario showed up. I was hoping he'd be in the show, but he
did the pre-show.
He did the pre-show and nobody watched because it wasn't even live yet.
Oh, he just left a comment. Mario did.
Yeah. So, well, guys, I'm going to take you guys out of the show, and I'm going to give my final remarks. And yeah, we are 23 away from 6,000 subscribers. So that's another milestone. That's pretty exciting. Do what? You're going to unsubscribe?
No, maybe I'll subscribe.
You're not subscribed?
I am. Just kidding. All right. Thank you for having me, Shawn. Have a good holiday, everyone.
Yeah.
Y'all too. Enjoyed it.
All right. See y'all.
See you.
All right, guys. That was it. That was the Shawn Ide Studios Thanksgiving special that was kind of thrown together at the last minute. Brett and Nacho showed up. Mario was here for a little bit, but he didn't show up in the show itself. But if you're looking for some good keto Thanksgiving meat recipes, check out Mario Monti's channel. Yeah, we do this every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Central. I'm getting a 3D printer on Tuesday, so we might do some 3D printing stuff on the next live stream. If not, hopefully I'll have an FPV drone up in the air by then. But we will see. But yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful night. Please like and subscribe to my channel for live streaming, action cameras, regular cameras, drones, live streaming. And yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace out. And this is the part of the video where I look for my outro, and then I finally find it, and then I look at the camera